Welcome to Grammar Media, a YouTube channel to help people improve their grammar skills. Today we will examine the 8 noun functions in English sentences. Every word in a sentence has a specific function. It is important that we recognize those functions, so that we can communicate clearly and confidently with people. The 8 noun functions are: nouns function as subject, direct object, indirect object, predicate nominative, object of preposition, and appositive, objective complement, and noun of direct address. Let's examine these noun functions individually, so that we can improve our grammar and communication skills. Let's begin with the noun functioning as subject of the sentence. A noun that acts as the subject of a sentence tells who or what about the verb in a sentence. Let's look at an example. Richard kicked the ball over the fence. Who kicked the ball over the fence? The answer to that question is Richard, and therefore, Richard is the subject of the sentence. Let's look at another example. The car rammed the shop window. What rammed the shop window? The answer to that question is the car, and therefore, the car is the subject of the sentence. Furthermore, the subject of the sentence is easily identified, because it usually comes at the beginning of a sentence, and is followed by a verb. Let's look at the second noun function, which is direct object. When a noun functions as a direct object, it answers whom or what after the action verb in the sentence. Let's look at some examples. Jonathan renovated the house. What did Jonathan renovate? The answer to that question is the house. Let's look at another example. Jonathan married Emma after a brief courtship. Who did Jonathan marry? The answer to that question is Emma. Furthermore, the direct object is acted upon by the subject and it usually comes after the verb. The third noun function is indirect object. When a noun functions as an indirect object, it tells to whom or for whom the action is done in the sentence. Let's look at some examples. David taught the students public speaking. We identify the indirect object by asking, to whom did David teach public speaking? The answer to that question is the students. Another example is, Emma brought Jonathan the screwdriver. We identify the indirect object by asking the question, for whom did Emma bring the screwdriver? The answer to that question is Jonathan. Furthermore, the indirect object usually comes between the verb and the direct object. The fourth noun function is predicate nominative, or sometimes referred to as subjective complement. A noun that follows a linking verb may function as a predicate nominative. A predicate nominative renames the subject of the sentence. For example, David is the lecturer at the local college. We know that lecturer is a predicate nominative because it follows a linking verb and it renames the subject, which is David. Another example, Brad is the coach of the football team. We know that coach acts as a predicate nominative because it follows a linking verb and renames the subject, which is Brad. The fifth noun function is object of preposition. The object of a preposition is the last word in a prepositional phrase. For example, the bus stopped at the lights. To identify the object of the preposition, you simply need to identify the prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase is at the lights. Therefore, the object of the preposition is lights. Another example is, Dad drove the car into the garage. The prepositional phrase is into the garage and the object of the preposition phrase is garage. The sixth noun function is appositive. An appositive renames another noun, and is set off by a comma or commas. Let's look at some examples. My friend, David, delivered the good news to the directors of the company. David is in apposition to my friend. David explains my friend, and David can take the place of my friend. Another example is, Stephen, the minister led the funeral service with sensitivity and care. The minister in this sentence is in apposition to Stephen. The minister explains Stephen, and minister can take the place of Stephen. The seventh noun function is objective complement. Usually, the objective complement follows a direct object, and renames the direct object. For example, Rachel named her dog Boo Boo. The objective complement in this sentence is Boo Boo, because it renames the direct object, which is dog. Another example is, Americans elected Trump president in 2016. The objective complement in this sentence is president, because it renames the direct object, which is Trump. The eighth noun function is direct address. The noun of direct address is used to address someone or something. For example, class, it's time to break for music practice. The noun of direct address is someone spoken to, and it is usually set off by a comma. In this sentence, class is the noun of direct address because it was spoken directly to. Another example is, people, listen to your leader. In this sentence, the noun of direct address is people, because they were spoken directly to. So we have 8 noun functions. Nouns function as subject, direct object, indirect object, predicate nominative, object of preposition, an appositive, objective complement, and noun of direct address. Thank you for watching this video. If you need more information, go to grammarmedia.com. That is, grammarmedia.com. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. We appreciate your support.